At the history of goblins. 1. Introduction. Goblins are small, mischievous, and often evil, mythical creatures found in the folklore of many cultures across Europe and beyond. Their stories have been told for hundreds of years, usually describing them as ugly, tricky, and greedy beings that cause trouble for humans. 2. Origins of goblin legends. The word goblin first appeared in the Middle Ages around the 12th century and comes from the Old French word gobelin, which itself may have come from the Germanic word kobold, a household spirit. Early European people believed goblins lived in dark forests, caves, or even inside houses where they would hide objects, scare people at night, or play cruel jokes. 3. Goblins in European folklore. England, goblins were described as ugly little spirits that could shapeshift and cause sickness or bad luck. France, the goblin was a troublesome creature believed to haunt homes and mines. Germany, the kobold could be helpful if treated kindly but dangerous if disrespected. Scotland, the red-cap goblin was said to live in old castles and dip its hat in human blood. Scandinavia, similar creatures called nisi or tomt were household spirits, sometimes friendly, sometimes not. 4. Goblins in literature and culture. Goblins became popular in fairy tales and stories during the 18th and 19th centuries, especially with writers like George MacDonald, The Princess and the Goblin, 1872, one of the first children's fantasy novels about goblins. J.R.R. Tolkien in The Hobbit, 1937. Goblins appear as evil underground creatures, later known as orcs in The Lord of the Rings. They also appear in modern movies, games, and cartoons, from Harry Potter, where goblins run Gringotts Bank, to The Hobbit and Dungeons and Dragons. Goblin appearance and traits. Traditionally, goblins are small, about the size of a child, green, grey or brown-skinned, sharp-eared, sharp-toothed and sneaky, known for stealing gold, food and shiny things, sometimes magical or able to disappear in the dark. 6. Symbolism and meaning. Goblins often represent greed, mischief and fear of the unknown. In older times, people used goblin stories to explain strange noises, missing items, or bad luck in their homes. 7. Goblins today. Today, goblins are common in fantasy fiction, video games, and movies. They appear as both enemies and comic characters, sometimes evil, sometimes funny, depending on the story. 8. Summary. Goblins have evolved from ancient European folklore into modern pop culture icons. Once seen as dark forest spirits or house tricksters, they are now part